Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to make a surprise project today. I'll pull it all together at the end and you'll just have to come along for the ride for the fun. I'm going to feature the brand new Into the Woods Designer Series paper that is going to be coming out in the holiday catalog. Hopefully you have received your copy yet. If not, and you've placed an order with me in the last 6 months, you're on my mailing list, so watch your mailbox. It should be arriving any day now. I'm going to also feature the day-to-day Project Life stamp set, and I'm going to make a layer for my project that's using Whisper White that's 4 by 6. I have got the calendar image on a clear block, and I'm going to use some early espresso ink. I'm going to ink up the calendar, and I'm going to stamp it in the center of this 4 by 6 layer. The next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of the Into the Woods Designer Series paper. Excuse me, my goodness. And I'm going to add that as a layer on the top of this 4 by 6 sheet, like so. Then I'm going to take the September month header from the day-to-day Project Life. I've got a strip of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to bring back my early espresso ink, and I'm going to stamp it in the center of this strip. And then I'm going to layer it onto a piece of early espresso. All the measurements will be over on my blog. You can hop on over there afterwards to get a list of the supplies that I used and the measurements for the cardstock. There we go. And then I am going to add this to my 4 by 6 layer. Like so. There we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is bring in my Big Shot and my magnetic platform. And I have another new product to show you. It's called Vintage Leaves. And I'm going to use this leaf and some scrap cardstock. I'm going to stamp the leaf twice. The first time using Mossy Meadow, and the second time I'm going to use Tangelo Twist. And then I'm going to die cut out the leaves to add to my project. I want to make good use of this. All right, I'm going to clean off my leaf. I'm going to stamp it a second time, and then I'm going to die cut it out. Back in a moment. All right, so I have stamped the leaf twice, once in Mossy Meadow and once in Tangelo Twist. Now the great part about the Vintage Leaves stamp set is that you can get it bundled with the leaflets framelets. So you don't have to fussy cut out the leaves. All you do is grab your framelit, your Big Shot, and your magnetic platform, and die cut the leaves out. And if you line it up perfectly, they should come out perfectly. So I've got my magnetic platform, bottom standard cutting pad, my cardstock that's stamped with the framelit on top, top standard cutting pad, and whoop, there we go. There's leaf number 1. Now I'm going to spin this around because I note that my magnetic platform will pull the framelits sometimes. So you just have to adjust it until it stops doing that. Put on the top standard cutting pad, run it through again. And there we go, I have my 2 leaves. I'm going to bring back in my Whisper White cardstock. I've got some Stampin' Dimensionals. You know me and my Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put one at the bottom and one at the top of each leaf. And I'm going to add them as a decorative element onto my September layer. I wonder if you can figure out where I'm headed with all of this. And there we go. Thanks to my Big Shot, some framelits, and a stamp set or 2, I now have a really interesting September card. Now what am I going to do with it? I'm going to put it onto inside one of my Project Life pockets. This is page 4 for Project Life, and here's what I would do to complete this page. I've got my September card ready to tuck into my pocket. I'm not going to do it on the video because the pocket is plastic and so it's going to shine and you may not see it very well. And then to that I would have 3 photos that would maybe show a fall scene, whether it be with family or just outdoor scenes. I have 3 pieces of 4x6 early espresso. I could cut my photo a little bit smaller and use these as mats for my photos, or I could just take them out and replace them with photos. And then I went back to my Into the Woods Designer Series paper and I pulled a couple of patterns that I liked and I created 4x4 4-inch square pocket inserts. I rounded the corners using my Project Life corner rounder. And then I have 1 pocket card left, and I'll show you what I'll do with that. I've got a 3rd piece of the 4x4. It's Whisper White. I rounded the bottom corners. And then I pulled from the Into the Woods the Acorn Designer Series paper, and I cut a 1-inch wide, 4-inch long strip for that. That would go at the top. And then I'd like to introduce the Into the Woods elements. These are really cool elements. They're wooden and they have leaves, acorns, and kind of like a little banner piece. So what I did was I chose a leaf and an acorn, and I'm going to attach them to this pocket card using my glue dots. So I'm going to put the leaf at the top like so, and I'm going to put the acorn at the bottom like so. And then let's bring this in, and there would be my journaling card for this September Project Life page. And there we go, my project is complete. Thanks to my Big Shot, it didn't take very long and will be a gorgeous page to use next month. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for all of the cardstock pieces, hop on over to my blog, www.nutzaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I have newsletters that come out each month. They're free, and you can choose which ones you want to receive. You can look at lots of other sample ideas. You can ask me a question. Don't forget to check out my clubs. I have a Project Life Club, I have a Techniques Club, and I have a Catalog Tour Club that are going on right now. And you can also place an order for the products I use to make this page by using the Shop Now button on my page. I'm Terry. I'm nuts about stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.